3 years ago, me, my brother Billy, and his fiancée Gwendolyn took on the mammoth task of restoring this stunning French chateau. At first, it was just the three of us. But since then, the whole family has moved in to help bring this place back to its former glory. And not forgetting the newest family member, baby Ernest. We do everything ourselves, from fixing the leaky roof, managing the vast 60-acre estate, to restoring the grand interiors back to the way they were 100 years ago. It's not always easy, but that's what makes life in a place like this interesting. My name's Michael, and I'm going to be showing you what it's like to live, work, and play at Chateau de la Basmaignee.
Hello, Mum.
Hello.
So we've just popped round to Sean's house. Well, Sam and Sean, but you haven't met Sam yet. Sam is Sean's wife, and I used to work with Sam, and we used to have a laugh, didn't we, Sam?
We did.
Yeah. We used to work together at another chateau, but that's another story.
Yeah, and I worked with your mum. We used to have a good laugh together, didn't we, Sherry?
Yeah.
We all worked there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did.
Actually, even you worked there, Sean, didn't you?
I
as
worked
well?
there, yeah.
It's a bit catchy, yeah.
Yeah. It was really nice because that's how we all met, and we've all stayed friends, haven't we?
Yeah. And I've popped round today to what have I popped round for?
Have some lunch.
Have some lunch.
And you've been on a bit of a buying spree as well, haven't you?
Well, not a buying spree, but I do need some cookware to cook in the cottage with at Christmas and obviously for the future. And I wanted to buy something that would last as well and something that would be in keeping. So, Sean, if anyone needs copper, Sean is the man to come to. So we've been having a look at your copper.
Yeah.
And I've just bought for the cottage as an investment. I bought
A Marmite pot.
what do you call it?
Marmite pot.
You want to show them what it is, Sean?
Come on. It's freshly back from the refurbishers.
Yeah. So it's been completely restored. Sean's had it sent off and restored. So you can see the finish on it. This is the lid. And look at the new tin lining. It's absolutely pristine. So this, wow. Look at that. I've never seen a copper pan that shiny before, Sean, on the inside.
That's how they all look when they're re-tinned.
How old do you think it is, Sean?
I'll say 100 years old, thereabouts,
Yeah.
approaching.
So it's probably, about 1920, do you reckon?
Around about that
Might have been a bit
mark, yeah.
earlier. That's probably about the time that the cottage was actually converted into a cottage, about 1920.
Yeah.
Before that, it was a stable
Yeah.
for 2 horses or two small horses, I think.
Yeah, this is too good for horses to eat.
No. We'll be definitely cooking we're boiling the roast potatoes in that at Christmas on the Arga. If it ever arrives back from England.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah. But the kitchen, I spoke to the carpenter, and the kitchen will be ready by Christmas, he said.
Lovely.
In fact, he'll have the cupboards and the doors and the drawers and everything ready by the end of next week, he said. Right. And he's going to come to bring it, I think, and he's going to make templates for the worktops. So we'll have a kitchen, but we'll have an Arga. That's
Hopefully, we'll have to go and pick it up.
we might have to go and pick it up from the port, actually, because
Yeah.
if I get it shipped back on a pallet with the courier, it might take another 3 or 4 days to get just from the port to go to all the different depots. So I might contact the courier and say, can we pick it up from the port
That'll
in a
speed
van,
things up, yeah.
and then we'll
Yeah, no
we'll
problem.
have it back in about 3 or 4 days earlier. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
worth it.
yeah, then we can cook with this on it.
Right.
All right, Sean, show us your copper storage cupboard then.
Okay, it's not
Is this
finished.
just one of them?
Yeah, it is actually. It's one of the little cubby holes.
Wow, look at that. See these I've seen these before. You showed me a picture of these, didn't you? What they Mare Poulard.
Poulard, yeah, they're the centenary
Oh wow.
edition. I have to hide my addiction.
Yeah.
Barns and caravans with stuff in, so.
Show Michael that nice ice bucket.
Oh, we got an ice bucket.
This is champagne bucket.
Oh wow, look at that. It's got lines on it and everything.
Yeah.
I like that actually, that detail. That's
quite
unusual,
unusual.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not really a champagne drinker, but I might be after seeing that.
Something Michael would probably like.
Yeah, what's this? Oh wow. I saw that on your Etsy shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still in there. That's the soup tureen.
Wow.
Might have our soup in that later.
That's lovely, that is. So where do you have the retinning done?
That's in Vildu.
Vildure. Is that's in Normandy, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
And that's the famous place for copper.
Yeah, it's been going hundreds of years.
And they make copper there and they do all the retinning.
World renowned there.
What's the base on it like? Is it flat?
Yeah.
Oh, quite flat, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the wolf's tooth or
Yeah.
dovetail, as the Americans refer to,
Yeah.
on the base.
And that's got the more of the satin finish.
Yeah,
which
this
more,
is I
what
think
they
they call it pronounce it now bros.
Yeah.
It's like a brushed.
Oh, brush, yeah.
Yeah, translate as brush.
a brushed finish, yeah.
And, that's probably a chateau owner's name or a kitchen where it come from.
Arty, was it Buisson?
Yeah. They stamp these up because when they send them away to the coppersmiths,
Yeah.
obviously they have hundreds of them.
Yeah.
They need to identify them, and sometimes the
right.
chefs put their initials on them.
V. Oh wow.
I've got a few pots downstairs with V on that come out of the same
Oh really?
place. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've got quite a few goodies in here.
Wow. Look at the size of that.
It's a nice piece, ain't it?
I bet you know what? Once that's full of something, you wouldn't be able to lift it, would you? You'd need two people to lift it off of the
They were
cooker.
strong, strong in them days.
Imagine that full of potatoes. So that is really nice.
Yeah.
I've got one like that at home, but not as big as that. But it has got the nice. Sam was telling me the really good ones. They put like an iron hoop in them.
That's right.
And they turn them over the hoop. So and you can tell that's a good quality one when it's got an iron, a big rim on it like that. You see.
Rigidity.
Yeah, and it stops it buckling once it's got all of that. Is that for preserving jams and things?
Yeah. That's why they're not tin lined, because of the intense heat would melt
Yeah,
the tin.
it wouldn't. Yeah.
And the sugar doesn't react with the copper.
No, and actually sometimes if you did, I've made things like red currant jelly and a copper one, and they come up so clean. I think the acid in the fruit takes the tarnish off.
That's all planished.
Yeah,
What you find with a lot of them over the years, that planishing smooths out,
yeah,
but the planishing gives them a bit of strength.
yeah.
Right, I could go on all day.
Yeah. Sam's also got an Etsy shop. She sells beautiful things, and Sam wanted to show me something.
I've got this lovely sheet, Michael. It's got MP on it. Look.
Michael Petherick. Yeah. Oh, and how much is that, Sam?
It's €80, Michael, to you. Special
Right.
price.
Do you know what? I don't think I would ever find another one with my initials on it, ever. That is absolutely stunning.
She's sewn that on there good, isn't she?
So
Would you like to open it out and have a proper look at it?
Yeah.
you could use that as a tablecloth, Michael.
Well, I wouldn't. Imagine getting red wine on that.
Oh, I know, but you
can
wouldn't
only
put
drink
red
wine.
on it.
Wine.
Yeah, only water, no gravy. You might have to take that off of your Etsy shop, Sam,
Okay, Michael.
and reserve
I'll
that.
do that for you.
No, that would be stunning in the gardener's cottage. I don't think I'd ever find. Do you know what I'd love to find? I'd love to find a set of napkins with my initials on.
I'll look out for some for you.
So, do you sell a lot of things like this then on your shop?
Yeah, I sell vintage home decor, gifts, jewellery, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I've got another little shop that sells religious items, a lot of antique Catholic shrines and that kind of thing. So,
Yeah, little icons and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what I'll do is I'll put links to all of the stuff on the end of this video on the description, so everyone can go and have a look at your Etsy shop and your recipes and stuff.
Thank
And actually,
you.
once the cottage is done, you'll have to come round and we can do some cooking on the
Oh,
Arga.
that would be lovely.
Yeah, and you can bring some of your
I'd love
vintage
that.
vintage kitchenalia and we can use some of that as well.
Yeah, that would be great, Michael.
That'd
Thank
be really
you.
nice.
This is a little treasure, this.
Yeah.
It's I think it's 1920s, 1930s French enamel range.
It's got a tap on the front.
Tap
Oh
on the
wow!
front.
Does it actually work?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I won't make you put water in it now.
Often use it. Well, it's a lovely cup of tea.
Yeah. So, what are you looking for, Sam?
I'm just going to take
Oh,
some
wow.
soup spoons out. Whoops.
They're stunning, aren't they?
Back. We just use these really at Christmas and special occasions, really.
For special visitors.
Special
Yeah.
visitors like
So a
yourselves.
So we're having some soup
Yeah.
made by Sam. And you say, is the recipe for this available to on
Yes,
your? Have you got a
this
website or?
I've got an Etsy shop that
Yeah.
sells recipes by digital download.
Yeah.
And this is my broccoli and roquefort soup. So I hope you both got blue cheese.
Oh, I love blue cheese. Yeah, broccoli and roquefort.
It's
Wow.
been tried and tested several
is it?
times, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to try this.
This is just a little piece of blue cheese to garnish the top.
Oh wow. And some lovely French bread.
Shall I show you the table that Sean made?
Did Sean make that?
Yeah, Sean made this in the back of a transit van.
He made it. Oh, you told me about that, didn't you?
There I've done it, but I did.
He didn't have the
All
right
hand
tools
tools.
or anything
All-
really.
all is
But
the
he
same
bought good wood. It was all kiln dried wood.
It was
Yeah.
from the same place you got your bee, Michael.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, from Mayenne.
Oh, the wood yard.
Yeah, from the wood yard.
Yeah, we've got the joists and the wood, so it's the same wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we're gonna have to get back, so I've got to go and put some insulation in the cottage, so it's nice and warm when you come back on Monday.
Thank you very much.
It's lovely to see you.
Yeah.
It's been too
Yeah.
long, hasn't it?
I know.
Yeah, thank you
Well,
very much.
you'll have
That's right,
to
you're
you'll have to
welcome.
come round for Christmas dinner.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Well, if the
That'd
cottage
be
is done in
great.
time, we'll have Christmas dinner in there, and you can come
We
round.
bring a picnic.
Yeah. The kitchen will be done. It's just whether the Arga front's back in time. So. Right, I'll see you later then. I'll see you on Monday, Sean.
Yep, see you Monday, mate.
Thanks for lunch and thanks for the little
You're
tour, and
welcome.
I'll see you later.
Safe trip home.
Cheers.
Hope there's not too much snow.
Right, so everything's happening in one day. The Arga parts have arrived. The panelling is going up in the gardener's cottage, and the kitchen's arriving today. So we're in a bit of a rush. But these are all of the Arga parts. Let me just show you the piece. Oh, it's locked. Let's have a look at one of the doors. Come on. There we go. Wow. Look at that. So they've all been completely shot blasted and re-enamelled in England. So it's literally going to be like a brand new Arga. 75-year-old, brand new condition. Doesn't that look nice, Dad? Look. Yeah. Stunning. And they've matched the colour really well. So I've just got to get all of these out of the car now. It's got to be put somewhere safe until I can build the Arga, because the panelling's got to go in first. Right. Oh, also, ta-da! That is a giant spode plate for the turkey. So we've got 1 week to finish the kitchen, and we're going to have a turkey on that. So there you go. These are the domed lids. This is the front. I really want to look at it. Come on, let's have a look at it quickly. You can't just get it all the way back from England and not look at it. Wow, look at that. Oh my word. That is stunning.
That's posh.
They've done that nice, haven't they? Look, and it was worth taking it back to England. Got it re-enamelled. Right. It's back in now. Because this part was in the worst condition of the whole front of the Arga, and this is so that is the door to the ash pit. It's just literally the quality of the enamel that they do is so good. But when I put it together, I'll actually talk about the company that did it for me, because they did me a huge favour and did it really fast. So right, let's put that back in its cardboard. There we go. Right, let's get some panelling up. Right, well, I've just assembled the front of the Arga because I'm about to start putting it together, and I just need to show you this because I'm completely speechless of how amazing it looks. I'm just going to show you. Wait there. So here it is, all completely re-enamelled by Kingfisher Enamellers in the West Midlands in England. and it was all arranged by the lovely Marie, and they did it so fast for me. They had it done literally within 3 weeks. Just look at the detail. So they completely shot blasted it, and they've re-enameled it, and they put all of these beautiful letters on, like the original. And I've put these are new handles, replacements, all of these catches and things. This drain off tap is a new one, because the original got damaged. So here it is, and then you have, it's a bit creaky at the minute because it's still just been freshly re-enameled, but that is, obviously it doesn't have the door liners yet, or any of the, obviously it's not attached to the oven, so there's nothing in there at the minute. But there it is, look at that. Absolutely stunning. And these are the original towel rail handles. I actually ordered some new ones because a lot of people now, they put black handrail brackets on, and they look quite nice, but something about the original ones, having the original ones on there, that is just absolutely stunning. These screws are a bit tight at the minute. I need to re-tap the threads. I have some Whitworth taps that I'm going to redo that with, but I've just put them on for now, just to have a little look at it. Just look how shiny it is. Good evening, Dan.
Evening, Michael.
You come to film me?
I have.
Right, well, it's less than a week till Christmas. The Arga parts are back, obviously, you know that. But I need to build it. So, obviously you have to build it from the ground up. So we're starting with the plinth. The plinth raises the height to 90 centimetres, which is a modern kitchen worktop height. They used to be low, about 85. It's too low. Gives you a bad back. So yeah, we're raising it up on this plinth that I bought. But the floor's not level, so I've got to shim up the plinth until it's completely level with the spirit level with washers, and then we have to, after that's all done, we'll grout under the edge to support it. But, yeah, completely normal. It says it in the instructions, so let's do that. 6 washers is it? I'll say that again. 6 washers it is. 5 wasn't enough. That's quite a big discrepancy. Don't know who laid this floor.
Was it you?
Yeah. Is it level front to back? Yep, that's good. Oh, it's really good. Oh, it's spot on.
You happy?
Yes, it's spot on. So they're just screwing. I have got the original like cast iron ones, but these lovely stainless steel ones came with it. We're replacing everything. Anyway, now there is a specific measurement for the height of these in inches and quarters and whatever fractions of inches, but I've got some advice from a guy, and he just says do 4 complete turns, and that usually does it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 as an initial adjustment, and then you can raise or lower it later. Right, so I put those little support things in. I found out on the old 1940s Arga instructions that they are 4 3/8 of an inch above the bosses, which is 11.1 something centimetres. We googled it. Right, so now we know it's exact. Hiya! Oh, hello. You alright? Yep, I need to just... You having a late one?
What time is it, Bill?
It is 9:30.
That's all right. The night is young.
And the local farmer lady dropped off some milk this morning. We forgot it was there.
No, it's cold outside today. It's nice and
Yeah,
fresh.
it's freezing cold, so that's good.
That looks good. So I'll be here doing my cooking. Paneling, by the way, it's been going up, but we haven't had time to show you that, but it's going up. Ceiling's all done up there, all sanded and
It looks lovely, I
planed.
must say.
And there's also plasterboard around the top of the room, which needs to be skimmed and sanded and whatever. But we're not there yet. But the thing is, the cottage is quite cold and it's going to get damp, and we've got all this kiln dried wood in here. So this thing needs to be up and running just to keep the place dry, warm, and also to cook Christmas dinner in. Because in a week's time, this will not look like this, I promise. The parts that I need to fit the boiler, like new gasket, new compression fittings, they were coming from England on a pallet with another Arga part, which is the main barrel. I have got one which is usable. It's probably got a couple of years left in it, but I didn't really want to have to change it later on, so I ordered a really good condition one. and the courier lost my pallet. So, yeah, the courier lost my pallet, yeah. They don't know where it is. They delivered somebody else's pallet, and it was apparently, the guy was like, this is your pallet. We were like, no, this is not my pallet.
And what was in there?
The guy opened the letter that was on it, and it was £46,000 worth of parts destined for Vauxhall from Poland. We were like, no, we don't need those. We've got a few £100 worth of Arga parts. Like, we'd rather have that, to be honest. So we sent the other one back, sent the other pallet back, and they still haven't been able to locate my one. So unfortunately, I can't put the boiler in this as I build it, so I'm going to have to take the top of it off, dig out all the insulation, probably in a few months, or in a month's time or something, and put the new barrel in, which will last a lot longer, and the boiler. So no hot water, but we will have cold water, and we can boil a kettle. So we can make hot water very easily. But although there's no boiler going in, these are the feet for the boiler. So we might as well put those in while we're here. So this was the Patreon Christmas card that I painted, and that was my my artist's, what do you call it? Artist's impression of what the kitchen would look like, especially in the corner where the Arga is. So should we just go and have a little look in and see how it's looking? Almost the same. Right, Dad?
Yeah.
Right, so
On the last noggins now.
on the last leg. So obviously most of the ceiling has been sanded off, the beam's been cleaned up. Sean has done an amazing job, and he's put plasterboard all around the top, so that's all nice and neat. Just needs a little bit of a sand up and a few finishing touches before it can be painted. Panelling's going up. And kitchen units have arrived, although there's not going to be any kitchen worktops until after Christmas. The carpenter just couldn't get them done in time, which is no problem. Arga's in, and it's running nicely. It's keeping a constant temperature, and it's keeping the place warm. Duncan, the electrician, is at the moment just wiring up all the light fittings. So we've got these lovely light fittings that I got off of eBay. It's sort of the ones you would have in ships. And the chrome matches all the chrome on the Arga.
Explain about the top, Michael, go around with the moulding.
Oh yeah, so the top's not actually quite finished yet. It's going to have like a little shelf that pokes out above the top of the panelling, and a moulding that covers over the screws. So that's not quite finished yet, but it will be. Flue pipe's in, that's all working. It just needs a rosette around the top of the flue pipe to hide the hole around it. Sean, what are you doing? You're just putting some plasterboard up on this wall here. So, and then we've got obviously the panelling which goes up the same height as the kitchen worktops all the way around there. So, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, right, Mum.
Hello.
So
Just to let you know, we've taken over the lounge next door here in Sadie.
Oh, what are you doing?
We're going to do some Christmas decorations.
Oh, can you put some in here?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I just want to show you a few of the things that I bought. These are replica Bakelite plug sockets and light switches. So this is this switch here. Oh, we've got light.
You've got lights.
There was light.
Yeah, but I'm a bit confused because that switch is meant to control the fan and not the lights.
Have you tried the other one next to it?
I'm sure Duncan's put that in right. That switch was meant to control the extractor fan, which is there. So if I that puts all the lights on.
Yeah, hey, temporary.
Maybe it's a temporary thing, Mike.
Maybe it's temporary, yeah.
Try the other one, Michael.
There isn't another switch at the minute. Maybe that's just a temporary one.
Yeah.
But it does look nice with the lights on though, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's really good.
Are they meant to be switched on?
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
that.
that's been doing it, isn't it?
Wow. It's nice and bright actually.
Stunning.
So that plasterboard's just being fitted now. Do you need a hand? Or is Dad alright? Is that alright with it, Dad?
No, I'm clapping.
So there's a lot of progress has been made. And yeah, so we'll better get the table in here tomorrow, Mum, and we'll set up for a nice Christmas dinner in here.
Lovely.
Yeah. I've got the turkey.
Right, what's for dinner, Michael?
Well, cat from Chateau de la Londe. We're going to have pizzas.
They look really fancy.
Yeah, they are really fancy. Except we haven't got enough, so we're going to top it up with this one. Classic cheese. Now what we're going to do, no, because the Arga oven is really hot, like if you've left it shut all day, it's going to be like 300 degrees Celsius, which is like pizza oven temperature, and you can cook food directly on the bottom of the oven, like like a pizza oven. And I bought this off of eBay. It's an Arga pizza paddle, so you can shovel your pizza in there, let it cook, and then get it out. And
Nice crispy.
no,
bun.
it's gonna be no, like you put it in that kind of oven. Sometimes they go a bit soggy, don't they? And they go burnt around the edges.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm gonna try it
understand.
in the Arga.
Well, look, yeah, I mean, I'm holding my opinion
Right.
until I taste the pizza. See how it's turned out.
Right. First pizza.
Right,
First pizza.
make it a nice one then.
We'll make it, which one's got the thickest topping? This one needs to go first, isn't it? So how do we do this? I guess we.
Do you not need to warm up the spaddle?
No. Look, we're gonna. Is it gonna see it going in? We put it straight in like that.
You're gonna get melted cheese all over your fancy new Arga.
No, because it's so hot, the oven, it cleans itself. Just anything burns off, and you just get a wire brush and you brush it out afterwards. Self-cleaning, best thing ever.
Wish my bedroom was. There we go. Right, you got the door for me?
Yeah, I got the door. Watch that. There's a little ramp there as well.
Oh!
There you go.
Right,
Have
Godspeed.
you got a torch?
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
All right. What?
Little Bertie. No, I wanted to catch you.
Oh, you capture me
What
with
do you call him?
capture me with a puppy.
My
he's a good
little
boy, isn't he?
baby boy.
So look at the cottage. It's like really
Coming
it's
together.
Starting to get somewhere, isn't it?
We can start picturing it.
I mean, look, they've got like it's not much at the minute, but there's plasterboard.
Plasterboard. Yeah. I can picture you sitting exactly there in your armchair.
Well, that Arga's so hot, I'll probably be sat at the other end of the room.
It's true. We're sat here in our coats, but don't need them. See, Stephanie, don't need any of that faffy pizza oven. Just get an Arga. Michael, are you going to make your mother a mulled wine?
Yeah, apparently you want mulled wine, Mum.
That would be nice. I brought it down.
But I've never
All the
made.
ingredients.
I've never made mulled wine.
It's
So,
quite simple.
so I put that in.
Well, not all of it, but just a spoonful for
What
each
is it?
person.
I don't know. It looks like
It's
muesli
all
or something.
the spices and that,
And how do I cook it? Do I just simmer it? Do I put that in it?
if you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
On your Arga, in a saucepan.
Right. Let's go and make some mulled wine then.
My recommendation is adding some water as well, because when it evaporates, the wine becomes really like sticky and a bit too sweet. So you want some water to let it down.
I'll take water as well then.
There you go.
And I make myself
Alrighty.
a cup of tea because I don't like mulled wine.
Come on then. Well, that all happened so quickly. I didn't even have a chance to film
Well,
it.
this is how intense the heat is on the boiling plate of an Arga.
Yeah,
That was
just
some,
popped it
that was
on.
some bits
That was
that
the
you-
tiny.
bits- bits-
Yes.
You dropped them, no, but they're burning now. Look, watch this.
Yeah. Just immediately goes absolutely mental.
Yeah.
So we popped it on the simmering.
So what you do
one.
is you bring things to the boil on the hot plate, the boiling plate, which will boil things really fast, and then you immediately shut the lid and then you bring it to the simmering plate and then you can let it simmer away. And obviously you can't turn it up and down. So what you do is if you want to let something simmer away gently, you just bring it off.
Yeah.
So it's just touching the hot plate and it will still continue to boil. So you can have it on as little or as much as you want. The more you can have it on, a bit more. So just imagine how many pans you could have simmering away, probably like 4 giant pans like that,
Yeah.
just simmering away.
One for your gravy. Yeah, you see how much is evaporating. You want to basically replace that with water just to make sure it doesn't get really, really sticky.
Okay.
Like.
And also with this, what you can do really is, there's apparently with an Arga there's like an 80-20 rule. So 20% of the cooking should be done on the top, and the rest. Say if you wanted to leave that to mull away, you could put it in the simmering oven, which is just at boiling point. And you could just let it simmer away and they've out, and that way you keep all the heat in your hot plates. Sorry, I've got a session with Argas.
Yes, and he's taking very good care of his.
Yeah, you may find me just like, where's Michael?
Staring at it.
He's just in here
polishing his Arga.
Yeah.